That's right. I inherited Dawn Thousand's energies. Yeah, inheriting them, wow. And now you're going to continue this. That's very interesting. But I too will go down with this ship. Maybe like, what ship? Um, hold on. Should I go into the details of what exactly this means? Um, well, I'm not sure that it's worth it, to be honest. I could explain what that means, but it kind of already happened. It's in the past. I really don't need to go into those details. Also, why even bother? Why explain everything when I can when I can just destroy my train of thought with a single sentence? I mean, seriously, why would I do that? It's more fun to just interrupt myself mid-sentence and start going on some random other tangent. I mean, why would I change? Why would I bother? Okay, seriously. I do hope eventually I can make content normally, but whatever this normally means, it's definitely not right now. So if you want me to make normal content, well, I never made normal content. I don't know why anyone would think I would ever make normal content. That was never my personality and it will never be my personality. But I do wonder, am I going to just stay like this? Whatever this even means. According to the cards I pulled, no. No, I won't stay like this, no. Maybe like, what the hell are you talking about? Okay, so guys, I did this tarot reading and it said, you will change. You may be like, what? Yes, that's what it said. Yes, do not laugh at my tarot readings. Do not laugh at my tarot reading skills. Do not laugh at them. Do not laugh at my tarot deck. Do not insult my skills. Do not insult my cards. Do not, no. My tarot deck actually said that. Seriously. I do not know why people think it's okay to insult my cards. Because whenever people do that, I destroy them with my cards. Well, not my tarot cards, but my other cards. Anyway, we're going to continue. So, Nash inherited Dawn Thousand's energies, and he is now initiating a duel. You forget that I'm a Barian. As the leader of the Barians, I must protect the people of my world. You must indeed protect the people of your world. Respect. I mean, not everyone is willing to do that. Some people want the world to burn. One of them being in office right now. One of them exposing the worst of my sins. Like being willing to consider an obituary a gift on my birthday. Like, what kind of dark shit is that? Well, I read a sign, and you won't believe this, but it said this. Trump is bringing out the worst in all of us. And he has indeed brought out the worst in me. You may be like, what is the worst in you? Um, I really don't know if I should say. But, it's bad, trust me, just trust. It's awful, it's very bad, you really don't want to know. And in fact, you really don't want to know so badly that I will continue without further context, as I have done countless times in the past, much to my irritation. I really don't like when I do that. I like to continue my train of thought, but I just stop myself and just change subjects and then never go back to my original point. I never answer anything. It kind of gets on my nerves. Okay, Nash, protect the people of your world and let's see what happens. But Shark, I don't want to fight a friend. Too bad. Too bad. You're the protagonist, so you have to. Wrong. We are not friends. Not as long as you take Astro's side. I will fight for Guardian Worlds to the end. I would probably do the same thing. If I ended up with memories that I had to protect another world because it came from another world, I would easily choose to protect that other world over Earth. You may be like, what? Why? Why? Because this world is full of shit. I do not have to explain why. But if you really want to know, the economy is trash. And I'm having an existential crisis. I would rather be in another world right now. No, no, do not misinterpret that. Do not misinterpret that. It does not mean I want. Listen, that does not mean death, okay? That does not mean death. Dude, listen. I just want to be on another planet. That does not mean I want to die. I want to live, and that's part of my problem. I don't even know if I'm going to. This entire administration could be like, the regime has decided you are worth killing, so you should die. To be honest, I'm already receiving dark messages that I should die. No, not directly. No, no one has said it, but I'm certainly hearing it. You know, it may not surprise you to hear that hearing about people dying in my country does not make me feel safer. What do you mean my privilege makes me safe? No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. It does not make me feel safe. Why should I feel safe just because someone can look at me and I stay alive? As soon as they learn that I'm disabled, they're like, who the fuck cares? Yeah, this country thinks I'm a liability. At least the government does. I'm gonna show this world I am not a liability. I cannot just be thrown away. And you will not kill me. I am alive. Only death will take me away. Not this world. No. I am not going out. I will not be murdered. No one will murder me. I will go into therapy and I will be like, I don't think the end of my life will be murder. I do not think I will be murdered. I will not be a murder victim. To be honest, I think in most cases we can assume that. But this regime does have me wonder at times. And ice is a very interesting manifestation of my worst paranoid. Listen, ice is like, I'm very paranoid. Like, I don't like going anywhere alone. But ice could just kidnap me and just drag me off and I could disappear at any moment. And they could kill me or torture me. Like, their physical manifestation of my fear of being kidnapped and taken off the streets. You may be like, why are you terrified of that? I'm a woman. I am a woman and I am terrified. I could just be taken advantage of at any moment. Any vulnerability and someone would just take advantage of it. Because it's happened so many times. And Nats is just like, can you please continue? Okay, Nat. Okay, fine, Nat, I'll continue. There's got to be some way that we can work it out. No, you have to duel, Yuma. Take out your deck, activate your duel disc. Come on, Yuma. There isn't. Either me or Astral has to go down. And dude, this sounds like you're jealous. This sounds like your jealous, boyfriend. He's just like, you pick him or you pick me. You can't have both. It's not even. I'm not even being serious here. It's not jealousy here in this context. It's just that's how it sounds out of context. Yeah, because I had to go there. I said I'm cursed, okay? It's not like I chose this. This can't be happening. You must still be under Dawn Thousand's control. What are you talking about? Someone can't decide to just, duel you? Like, the shark has. Dude, listen. Yuma, no. I don't think the script is going to repeat that plot point. He is not under Dawn Thousand's control. Because that would be, quite frankly, very repetitive. Do not repeat that. You wish that was true. But it's not. Exactly, because that would just be poor writing. And I know this series does have questionable writing decisions at times, but it's not going to repeat everything. Seriously, that would just be ridiculous. Dawn Thousands manipulated the memories of the other 7 emperors, but not mine. The other 7 emperors. Are you saying he manipulated his own memories, Nash? Because you're the 7th emperor. I'm confused, Nash. I'm very confused. Is that supposed to say 6 instead of 7? Because that's what I think it is supposed to say 6. Because, honestly, pick a number, I can probably type a different number instead. Like, if I tried to type the number 66, I could probably type 67 instead, or 65, or 46, or any number combination, if I don't read. Anyway, let me, what is the 7th Emperor? What is the other, dude, I still do not understand. What 7th Emperor? Is there like an Emperor we haven't seen? Dude, this is a typo and I'm making a big deal out of this. Dawn Thousands manipulated the memories of the other 6 Barian emperors, but not mine. He did not manipulate my memories. Yeah, that's unfortunate. And because now you have to deal with that shit. I chose to walk my own path. The path of the Barians. And I won't stop walking until I reach the end. If Dawn Thousands was right about one thing, it's that I will always fight for Barian World. Go ahead and fight for Barian World. I hope everything works out, but quite frankly, I do not know how. No! Yuma, it is time. We must win. We must save Astral World. Now, to be honest, I don't care about Astral World. When I read about Astral World, I'm just like, that's why Dawn Thousand is. Then fuck that world. Like, fuck Astral World. What the fuck? But after Dawn Thousand did all of this shit, I'm just like, okay, screw Dawn Thousand. Except don't. Please don't. And please, Yuma. Why should he have to pick between any world? Alright, let's do it. Yuma, Astral, let's begin. It is the fated showdown. Yuma cannot escape. He will never get out of this. When you take on me, you take on. Hold on, let me just make sure that's right. I have to make sure that's the right episode because I've got issues. They're not going to go away anytime soon. Just in case anyone wants them to, my people left in more issues. Maybe like, what? Yeah. Like, I had enough issues, but now I've got even more. When you take on me, you take on all 7 Guardian Emperors. Exactly, there are just 7! It was a typo! My god. I activate Chaos Xyz's Guardian Hopes effects from my extra deck. That is a mouthful. Activate Chaos Xyz Variance Hopes. Yeah, the English language is so cursed. Is that why I'm cursed? And because I speak English? Is English the reason I'm cursed? Did it decide this when I learned it? Oh, what do you mean languages don't control people? What are you talking about? I'm like this because of language. You may be like, what are you talking about? The anhedonia. I got it somehow, and that was definitely a big factor in that was language. It sucked, but it was. Anyway, Chaos Xyz Barian Hope. Okay, so you activate its effect from your extra deck. Wait a minute. You're activating an effect from the. Wait, why am I confused that it's activating an effect from the extra deck? I covered this event before. It may not be currently uploaded, but it will be at some point. I should stop being lazy because I'm running out of storage space. And effects from the extra deck? Yeah, Yuma. It's very interesting, but I'm glad that you said this because my memory is questionable. But I do remember some things, and clearly, I've got very good long-term memory. Trust me. My long-term memory is great. But my short-term memory, oh god, if you want me to remember what you just said, you're going to be disappointed. I am not always here. I overlay Silent Honor, Falcon Affinity, Archfiend Seraph, Neo Taket, Giant Red Hand, Comet Cestus, and Masquerade. And I still don't think I'm pronouncing some of these names right. And that still bothers me, but you know what? I'm not doing anything about it right now. I'm currently recording a video. With these 7 monsters, I built the ultimate overlay network. I may not even be pronouncing Varian right. With these 7 monsters, I built the ultimate overlay network. The ultimate overlay network. Feast your eyes on Chaos Xyz Varian Hope. This looks bad. No shit, Yuma. Keep your guard up, Yuma. The other emperors may have fallen, but they're far from defeated. I'm going to keep fighting for each and every one of them, because I know they'd do the same for me. They'd do the same for you. Yeah, like I said, I don't think Vector would. I mean, if the timeline was more fucked up, the world would be fucked. Like, our entire universe would just be chaos. There would be no balance. No balance at all. Everything would just be wrecked. Because I don't know anything about Don Thousand, so I'm going to assume that he would destroy everything. Because he has no respect for life at all. Because I'm going to make assumptions about a villain I've never seen on screen. Because I could not handle that series was over. Oh god. I will finish it though later, later this year after I'm done suffering because of the class issues and the fact that I'm so poor and I can't afford anything and all this shit going on. And you may be like, is this politics again? No. No. 5D just eerily seems similar to right now because satellite and yeah, the whole class system in 5Ds and even Arc 5's just like, it just happens to be very similar to what I'm dealing with right now. I would die if I was born in satellite, to be honest. I don't think I'd be alive. Maybe like, what? Dude, I'm just talking about my budget. I wouldn't be able to live on this. Are you kidding me? I wouldn't be able to afford the bills. I'd be starving. Would I at least be able to eat properly if I couldn't Oh god. I I feel so spoiled. Oh my god. Anyway, I am spoiled. Very spoiled. I know that's kind of an issue. That's why I feel fucked because I'm spoiled, and I just I need things to be stable again. And this planet is just like stable. What are you talking about? Stable is not on the syllabus anymore. Okay, okay, I'm joking. I'm joking. Earth does not speak. But I did hear something from it recently. And you may be like, what the hell? You heard what? I felt it in the air. It was too warm this winter. Climate change is real! And the climate change deniers are full of shit. Whoever thinks there is not real climate change going on this planet, they're full of shit. They can join the people that think we never landed on the moon. And there's a disturbing amount of overlap. I'm going to keep, right, I already pronounced that. I will guarantee Barian World's future by making Astral World a thing of the past. Why should it have to be a thing of the past just because I thought that it isn't? I say a lot of things I don't necessarily mean. You shouldn't take every word I say seriously because some of it is bullshit. I don't even buy everything I say. I think I said a bunch of shit that isn't even true. And I'm not sure where this untrue shit is, but it's somewhere in these videos. You can't make all these videos and be completely honest in every single one of them. Like, seriously, you get shit wrong after a certain point. And I do not always agree with my behavior at all times. So some of my behavior, I'm just like, I disagree that I did that. I disagree with my own decisions. You may be like, continue. Okay, Nash, I'll continue. You're going to make Astroworld a thing of the past. Okay, sure, try. You've had your fun, but now you're done. I activate Barian Hope's effect. Oh, come on. Can you have fun some more, please? Come on. Come on, please. I'm gonna act like I'm a 13-year-old. Seriously, I'm gonna act like it. Maybe even a 6-year-old or some shit. Whatever age would have to be to start begging because you're not getting your way. Oh, wait, you can do that at any age, even when you're very, very old. Okay, fine, I'm not going to continue. But seriously, having Anhedonia sucks. By using a Chaos Overlay unit or paying 400 life points, it can use one of the 7 Barian numbers effects. I really hate having Anhedonia. It may be partial, but it still sucks. And I can experience pleasure, but not necessarily entertainment. And for some reason, there seems to be a distinction there. And I'm just like, that feels so weird. Because, why would I be playing this game if I don't enjoy it? Clearly, I enjoy this game because I'm playing it. What? That's like facing all 7 Barian numbers simultaneously. Well, you're dueling a raid boss. What are you talking? You're dueling a raid boss. What do you expect, Yuma? What do you expect? You're dueling a raid boss. The raid boss. I might argue this is the hardest raid boss I will ever duel. And I just started playing does not count. You're not hard if I just started playing the game. You know, like I just started playing the game when Quattro's Raid event was released, and I couldn't even play it properly because I had just started playing. And that's why I want to do it again because I just didn't get to do it properly. But after this event, I'm just like, maybe I should just stop. And I will not because I'd still like to cover Ubel's event. I want a title for it. I still want that title. Why? Well, I deserve it. You may be like, why do you think you deserve it? Because I'm suffering, guys. I'm suffering. I need. Okay, you know what? Fuck this. I'm continuing. We must do whatever we can to survive this turn. Okay, go ahead and survive if you can. Instead of using its Chaos Overlay units, why would he give up his own life points to activate its effects? I think I know why. Because each of those overlay units represents a valiant emperor. He'd rather lose life points than sacrifice a friend. So if he uses them, it's like getting rid of one of his friends. Yes, I see. Stark won't turn his back on the other emperors, because like us, they share an unbreakable bond. Stark's fighting for his friends, like we're fighting for ours. I'm not going to give up. I activate rank up magic Astral Force. I'm so feeling the flu! Okay, I said that in the most weird way possible. Well, you're so feeling. Dude, that makes me want to sound like I'm so feeling the flu! Okay, that sounds like the most hard thing I've ever done. I'm feeling the flow. Rank up. Okay, you know what? Fuck this. I don't feel the flow. I destroy it. I control it and then destroy it again. I can do whatever I want with the flow. It is my weapon. What? Okay, sure. Okay, alright, fine. I'm going to start weaponizing the flow now. Sure, sure. That'll make everyone keep watching. Rank up Xyz's evolution. Shatter the boundaries of reality. I would love to do that. I would love to shatter the boundaries of reality. Can I just do that? No? Okay, alright. Alright, fine, I can't do that. It would break the laws of physics and I can't do that. That's illegal. Arise anew, number 39. Become the dream that inspires the future. Utopia beyond. What lies beyond a utopia? I wouldn't know because I live in a dystopia. But utopias are dystopias. They're two sides of the same coin. You really think that living in a utopia is all that? What do you think it takes to maintain that utopia? Watch Avatar: The Last Airbender. That's a utopia. And you know what happens when there's a utopia there, right? There is no war in Bossing Say. I don't know if I even said that right, but there is war, and it sucks. Fuck this. Utopia beyond. Soar into the soar. Oh my god. Utopia beyond. Soar into the sky and attack. Not happening. I activate my trap. It ends the battle by deflecting your attack. On the downside, I have to pay 3,000 life points. But it's a price I'm willing to pay to keep Guardian Hope. Is you okay? Too bad that's the best you've got. Guardian Hope. Attack Utopia Beyond and end this duel. I activate the Trap Weaker overlay. And now Utopia is now stronger than Guardian Hope. Yeah, that's awkward. So many typos. You know, if I read what I've written, I'm sure there's typos in those too. I've already read typos in my own work. It's not weird that there are typos in a mobile game too. Big mistake. I pay 400 life points to activate Rocket Affinity's effect. And you know, I've seen what happens when you're under a deadline. When you have to get something done in a certain period of time, yeah, you definitely do get typos. Like, during National Novel Writing Month, I've caught so many typos. So many. And now I make even more than I used to. It's so cursed. Okay, now let's continue. You take damage equal to the change in your monster's attack. So, how much damage is that? A center monster gains 4200 attack. Center monster gains 4200 attack. You lose 4200 life points. Uh, I don't think so. Come on, damage reactor. With this trap, I don't take any damage. And my monster gains 800 attack. Thanks for the power boost. Go, Utopia Beyond! Rising Sun Beyond Slash! I wish I could do it like this. You dare destroy the bond I have with my friends? Yuma, Astral, I will make you pay! Anyway, that's gonna wrap things up for this video because it's long. But I didn't want to interrupt the flow. Yeah, I still manipulate it for some reason. Now I manipulate the flow. Okay, sure.